Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Corruption of Champions bonus episode part 2!
What's wrong with you? Constipated or something?
No! And yeah, I managed to get Peachy Peach back again. Say hi again.
No, I was just saying. I wasn't in on this. I tell you.
She lies. She lies. She lies.
Okay, sure.
Anyway.
Say that to the person who helped you. Okay.
Anyway, in the previous part, what we did was basically start a few scenes. One of them was with Ember, and the other one with this character called Kiha.
Who?
Kiha.
Oh, I met her.
That dragoness. Yeah. Wait, did you?
She hates me.
I think it's because you accidentally possibly made her have to masturbate you.
Yeah, no.
You should have just left actually. That's the correct option.
No.
Anyway, let's continue. Your reptilian lover bobs haltingly on your shaft. Even with her effort, she's struggling to slide more than half an inch at a time. Though the lip line gateway into her mouth, consternated, she begins to pump you faster. Her tongue working as much of your shaft as possible with inhuman warmth. Her eyes seem to trifle irritated by the fire of arousal is far more visible than her gaze. Than that lesser of blighted emotion. She works your dick like a woman possessed, stroking, like possessed, rubbing, stroking, licking, and squeezing every motion designed to please your mythical mass. Your two watermelon-sized balls smear and shudder against her chin, so tight and so hot, and ready to explode. Kiha squeezes your sack, and you can endure no longer. It's so hot, so tight, and so right. to have her like this, half impaled on your shaft, she just starts to come. Your sack tightens from the efforts of expelling your seed, flooding your senses with the familiar tight clench of orgasmic pleasure. Kiha's mouth is stretched wider than the briefest wider for the briefest of moments by your swelling crown. The incredulous yet hungry incredulous. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Where? Pointed the thingy.
Thingy?
Oh, yeah. You pronounced it right the second time.
Incredulous. Yet
yes.
hungry look plastered on somewhat confused face. The next second she gurgling and gulping, her mouth flooding with seed as you pump out like a fire. Wow.
Keep going. Keep going.
Her eyes water compostulally as semen backfloods out of her nostrils. Her throat works to swallow it all, guzzling it noisily. But it isn't enough. Jizz squirts from the corners of her mouth and makes a mess of her heaving breath before it finally winds down to a manageable level. Her belly even looks a bit pudgy from the sperm she has been forced to swallow. Kiha pulls back and releases your tip from her sore, semen-drenched pucker. She coughs and gasps for a moment, inadvertently smearing the salty smudge all over herself. When she recovers, she sighs. Peach, can you say this?
You got it everywhere, idiot. Now, I'll have to go get a bath, but first, you had better return the favor.
Scrolling.
You scroll so slow.
Because I don't want to lose track of where I was reading.
Okay, fine, okay.
Kiha leans back against a rock and spreads her legs, exposing to you tantalizing cock-filling scent. What? Now I'm confused.
Ooh. Keep going.
Pre-cum trails from your tip in thick ropes, swaying beneath your bobbing blood-filled cock. The aroma and wondrous odor, it fills your nostrils, and as your hormone-flooded consciousness slowly turns over, you recognize it for what it is, breeding scent. You you're smelling a female. No, a fertile female, a bitch, a slut, a tight cock sleeve, already marked with your seed, just waiting to be mounted and impregnated with your young. You zero in on her cunt, her breeding hole, and step forward, fondling your dragon-like dick with one hand, and bobbing motion filling ropes of pre-cum for your freakish knotted dragon cock everywhere. Every which way. Beach? Beach?
Which it's yours.
No, I think it's yours.
It's yours.
Really? Fuck. Why am I? You managed to wonder instantly, sidetracking yourself. I think this is
That's
mine.
still yours.
Yes. Yes. Fucking. Kiha gives
I
you
don't swear.
Kiha gives you an odd look when you roughly spread her legs and batter your cockhead against her unprepared cunt. A frightened squeak slips through her lips as she pushes harder and harder, eventually popping in. Aw, bitch. Aw, hold on. I'll try to get Peach back, see if she can. So, yeah, she can't be here at the moment. So, let's get back to it, shall we? You're far too focused on plugging her womb full of spunk to worry about such trivialities. The dragoness tries to push you back, shouting, What do you think you're doing, Arkam? Hey, are you fucking listening to me?" Growling in irritation, you pop out for the breed ready slut cunt. The breed ready slut cunt. You slap her across the face with your cum dripping pussy wetted member. Her eyes go wide in absolute complete shock. She didn't expect that. Nevertheless, you press on, smearing your towering mythical mass over her face and forcing her to get a good whiff with your potent cock scent. Her eyes gradually lose focus, gravitating gravitating down the thick cylinder of meat slapping at her cheeks. Soon she is licking in a daze. Her breathing scent is now much stronger in the air, perhaps double what it was before. Judging her ready, you give her jawline a gentle smack and return to your previous task. Insurmation. Kiha babbles. What's going on? Smells nice. Fuck me. Happily you oblige. After bashing her lips open the first time, The repeated insertion goes much more smoothly, allowing your cockhead to allowing your cockhead of your bloated draconic cock to spill through Kiha's entrance and into her womanly canal. She groans appreciably, and the wordless e- exhaustions of your mate are all the encouragement you need to push deeper, shoving inch after inch of your bloated pointed prick into Kiha's fully dilated pussy. The dragon cunt is nice and tight around your large member. It slopes every inch after inch of pulsating cock, devouring your dick with a hunger born of the female instinctive drives and desire. Pussy juice dribbles onto the ground and immediately disappears into the parched earth as you butt up against her cervix. You draw back and thrust, smashing your draconic cock against her inner entrance, pre-cum slipping through the tiny opening to base her womb. Each time you butt up against it, you feel Kiha's cervix giving a little bit more. Open up just a little wider. Sweat runs down your body as you pump Kiha's cunt mercilessly, fucking her hard. Uh, just, just a, just like a little slut deserves. She's, she's so very hot, particularly burning up. Her body even seems to steam from it. She, she wreathes beneath you, and her hips begin begin to rise and fall in tempo, obedient to your fuck. Obedient to your dominance and plainly accusing to your unspoken desire to mate. Hold on, we don't have enough music in here. Much better. Son of a bitch, why does it keep on running up? There we go. You growl savagely and thrust particularly hard, easily popping your swollen cock tip through her dilated cervix and plow your favorite dragon hole. Kiha winces and shakes her head, rousing for her sexual stupor to question. What? What? Oh shit! You're breaking me! She shudders as she shakes her eyes and roll back in the raw sensation. Panting and moaning, Kiha idly licks your cock sludge from her lips and babbles. Why is it so good? You slap your pair of watermelon-sized testicles into her ass as hard as you thrust, smearing it all over her tail. All over her sweaty ass and tail. The lost warrior violently thrashes and begins to scream, not pain but in bliss. Her snatch clenches like a vice, wriggling your thick inseminator and archingly tight hotness. You bellow and bury yourself fluffy inside her, clenching heat surging out from your pair of watermelon-sized balls. Dick tip and grudge to seal itself inside the fuck-broken lover's baby hole. What feels like a gallon of seed lurches out of your cock. Kiha's innards turn white from the creamy deluge. Her belly distends hugely, grossly even, utterly filled with cum until squirting from her pussy like in a river of white. Sighing, you pull out of the twitching dragoness. Her violated twat runs white with cum, dripping out in the messiest cream pie you've ever made in some time. Kiha shivers and reaches down, scooping your musky cum from herself to sample the unique flavor. The sight invigorates your flagging cock, rising it back, towering, horse-like proportions. You've just started to breed this bitch. Kiha's come grab it form proves easy to move. She barely seems conscious of you, too busy sighing and rubbing her pussy to really care or how she's moved. You wipe her cunt thing from your shaft, and on the inside of her butt cheeks. Thankfully, the scales fade into skin that's close to her puckered tail hole. Pulling her tail aside gives you a better view. You slide your cock between Kiha's sweat-soaked ass. For some small part of you is aware that there's no sense in mating in this hole, but the air is so heavy with laden fuck scent, you don't really care. You shove your crown against Kiha's tight opening, electing a sequel of surprise from your breathing bitch. The unexpected thrust, unfortunately, is too tightly closed that you can't quite get in, even with all the juices soaked on your cock. Regretfully, you dip your dick into the river of slime that trails from the slut's cunning and trying again. Still, you cannot quite force your way in. The sheer size of your cockpit makes such penetration difficult, but with animalistic stubbornness, you keep at it, battering against her pucker, relaxing and circling the tight hole with your cockhead. You work her asshole until it begins to give. It won't be long now. The dragon's limp tail provides a suitable manhole to help level your tool into the dark rear cavern. Pulling hard on it, you ram forward, and at last your slime slick cock pops through Kiha's sphincter, nestled into her gut. She's blessedly hot, and her back door feels twice as tight as her well-fucked pussy. It will be more than suitable for breeding. You run your hand over her rump, stopping not only giving a familiar slap as you force the rest of your thick cock into the dragon's butthole. Her tight anal ring acts like a cock ring for your immense member, keeping it ultra hard inside of her, even as it kisses up to your sensitive loins. You realize you're too big for this to be comfortable for her, but you begin to fuck her ass anyway, knowing that as a female she'll enjoy the dominance as much as she'll love being bred, even in the ass. Fuck! You're so goddamn big! Kiha cries and pants in the dirt. You feel her stuffed womb sloshing against you though the thin walls of her guts. Of course you're big, you think. You're the alpha, the stud, the one in charge. You smack her rear in appreciation for your bitch's loyal service and jackhammer against her bouncy butt. Holding 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 tight to her tail, least it will go wild from her pleasure. Kiha begins moaning and you occasionally feel her semen-soaked fingertips bumping against your two watermelon-sized balls. She gives you encouraging squeezes while you destroy her anus, egging you egging you on the egging you on to utterly ravish her. Those tender fingertips soon disappear into the dragoness hungry twat, masturbating her quim with your heavy spunk as lube. You sneer and slap the bitch's cum hungry ass, watching it jiggle slightly as the light reflects off the scaled proportion. Not satisfied with fucking everyone of her body's holes in turn, you grab her ruby tresses and pull back, forcing the slut to arch back into a serpentine curve. The view nearly sets you off, but your body isn't quite ready to blow just yet. You need a little more. You command, bag, with unquestionable air of authority. Bag. Kiha twists her head lightly, wincing as you pull her hair. She can only get far enough to let you see one of her reptilian eyes. But you can see Drew hanging from her dusky lips, speaking. Give it to me. Feel my ass. Mouth me. Claim me. You grunt the bottom. You grunt the bottom out in her gut. Your crown spreading wide as you can reach the absolute apex. Cum surges through your body, stretching your urethra, opening the tip of your sensitive cum slit as it launches into Kiha's rear. She groans happily, her eyes rolling back and tongue lolling in her mouth. Kiha's vocalizations aren't even words at this point, just animal grunts of pleasure. Much like your own. You flood her rectum with seed, pumping her rump with jism. You hold her immobile against you until you finish inseminating her. And then, with a quick smack on her rendering cheek, you slide down to release her hair. A torrent of cum runs from her overfilled butthole and cunt. It seems there just isn't enough room inside her to hold it all. With the two plus size loads in her bottom hole, most of it has escaped. Even with that, she looks like she's heavily pregnant, a perfect tribute to your unholy virility. Kiha rolls onto her side, cradling her belly, both holes gaping the mark by your spunk. She mews, so good, and dips a finger back into her pussy, gathering more of your seed to taste. You circle and lower yourself in front of her face, the perfect height, and the rest of your cum-soaked shaft on her face. The crown drooping into her hair, leak seed into her reddish tresses. Kiha sniffs your pair of watermelon-sized balls and sigh happily. She reached up to touch it, her hands revertedly smearing her pussy juices and leftover cum all over your cock. Her face, she still seems to be quite out of it, but at least she is enthusiastic about in her cock lust. You wipe as much of the sexual slime off your dick off her nose as possible. And then dry yourself with her hair. Kiha's purse scoops some into her mouth as you rise. Barely noticing your departure, she begins to masturbate. It happened again. You shudder and choke yourself in the unmistakable desire to do it again, already cementing itself in your brain. Well, at least Kiha doesn't mind too much. Well, anyway, this is it with the bonus episodes. I hope you guys liked it. My character is stuck on day 132 for now. Well, basically, bonus episodes will pop up occasionally, just so that you guys can see what happens when you have a really high character and a really powerful one. So, see you guys on episode 8 if we ever get the chance to make it. And by we, I mean if Peach is willing to guest star again.